Hello and welcome to today's webinar on how to gain better sales insights with CRM for Chevron marketers. My name is Chad Collette and I'll be your host. I lead the marketing team here at Ledgy Partners and I'm really excited to be part of this session today. As your host, I'm here to not only introduce our presenter, but the company behind today's webinar, Ledgy Partners. And when it comes to CRM, that is Ledgy's main focus, and we represent two of the leading solutions in the world today, Salesforce and Microsoft Dynamics CRM. And you see, the key is the R in CRM. Customer relationship management is really about figuring out how to build great relationships with your customers. And that's what really matters. Relationships lead to loyalty, and loyalty leads to growth and sustainability for your business. And for us, that's reflected in our favorite statistics, our 98% customer retention rate. And I know our presenter will be sharing with you some of his favorite statistics about Chevron marketers and their CRM success during this webinar. Now, before I introduce today's presenter, I have just a couple of housekeeping items to cover quickly. First, today's webinar is being recorded and will be made available on demand after the live session. All registered attendees will receive an email this afternoon with an access link where you can watch this video on demand at the time that works for you as well. We encourage you to share this with your network and coworkers. Now, even though we're scheduled for just 30 minutes today, we'd love to hear from you during the presentation. To ensure the best audio quality for everyone on the line, we have everyone in listen-only mode. But if you have a question, please submit those in the question pane in your GoToWebinar control panel. We will address as many questions at the end as we can, and if time does not permit, we will follow up offline, and that's our promise to you. Okay, so I'm sure I've eaten up more time than our presenter wanted me to have, so I'm pleased to introduce today's speaker, Kevin Brown. Kevin has been helping Chevron marketers for a number of years harness the power of CRM to achieve incredible results. And over the next 20 to 25 minutes, he's going to focus on key areas that can really become a true game changer for you and your organization and allow you to gain better sales insights. So hopefully you can all see Kevin on your screen because it's always nice to put a face to a name and especially a voice. So Kevin, welcome and thanks for joining us today.
Thank you very much, Chad. I absolutely appreciate that. Great energy. And hopefully the picture or the face doesn't scare anyone away. I am kind of a nice guy, so I want to thank everyone for joining us today. I absolutely appreciate it. I've been working with Chevron marketers for several years, as Chad mentioned, and there's some key things that I've learned in engagements with marketers such as yourselves that are very important takeaways and things that you're really looking for when it's managing your business and how our CRM solution is going to be able to enhance those experiences for you. A few of the areas I'm going to be touching on during our webinar today is, some basic dashboards and reports, some visualization of the data that's being brought into CRM, specifically with managing your goals. Territory management is very important, especially when you have salespeople that are traveling and, if they're driving 4 hours to see one client, that's not an efficient use of time. Be able to understand, are my users actually using the CRM solution that I've bought and paid for them to take advantage of? Capturing some share of wallet. How are we doing there and getting some of that competitor share of wallet in our pocket? We're going to talk a little bit about opportunities and pipeline management. And it's always really nice to see a full 360-degree view of our accounts when we're going to visit with our customers. And we'll also talk a little bit about quotes. And one thing I didn't list here, and I hope we have time to touch upon, is some station management capabilities with our solution as well. So, I don't want to talk anymore through a PowerPoint. It's really time to see this live and up close and personal. So let me get out of this and get right into the oil and gas solution built on Dynamics CRM. Here is a corporate scorecard. And I want to let everybody know that some of these scorecards and dashboards that I'm going to be referring to on our webinar are that information comes to life because the solution integrates with your back office solution, and it's agnostic. I don't care what back office solution you are using today. We are going to be able to surface that data into your CRM solution so that you're going to have the same type of statistics available to look at as well. So from a corporate level, you know, our C-level executives, the owners, this is a very popular dashboard to see what is the health of the company, what are we doing, and we work with you to set up these goal diamonds here so you can see what our quarterly goals are in this case, and you can see we've already exceeded Q1 and we're already heading close to getting Q2. And we break this down year-to-date gross profit as well as units. We also have share of wallet capture here on this dashboard as well. This is demo data, so there isn't anything being listed there, but you're going to be able to have those dashboards represented here as well. And again, that same gross profit in units. Now, the beautiful thing about this is these are interactive. So I'm going to use year-to-date gross profit. In a click, I have now broken this down into my departments. Again, this is demo data that we will configure this to meet your specific needs and your departments that you work with. But in this instance, we've got clean burn and renewables, some fuel, lubricants, and HVAC. And again, we have our goal set up with the represented by these diamonds. And you can see in our lubricant area, we're doing really well. And like we just did, we can click on that bar and drill into our product segment now. So we have several products within the lubricant department, and when those are called out here in antifreeze, automotive, grease, heavy duty, and industrial. And again, we see the same representation of those goals. This all comes to life because we're bringing that information in from your ERP system. With one more click, I am now down to our agent level, and we can see what our sales reps are doing, who's hitting goal, who's not hitting goal. So in a matter of a few moments, we have the ability to see exactly what is happening from a corporate level, department level, product segment level, and by each of our agents. And to go back up another level, we just click the arrow, and we can easily look at our other departments and product segments as well. So that's from a corporate level. If I'm a sales manager, yes, we've developed a scorecard just for our sales managers. And for a sales manager, it's set up very much the same as it is at the corporate level, and you have that same drill down capability as I just demonstrated. But you see here, for your team, we start out at that department level, and we will drill in to the product segment, and like before, down to that agent level, which is great. But let's say I want to have a one-on-one with my agents. Before I even meet with my agents, I can just look at my agent scorecard, and I can choose to look at an individual agent, a sales rep, or I can look at all of them. And I'm just going to select all and show that on a dashboard. So now I can see each of my sales reps stack ranked against one another. And I can now effectively have a one-on-one conversation with them and how they're doing in their attainment to goal. Now, from a salesperson perspective, they should never be surprised by the sales manager questioning them on meeting their goals, because dashboard number 8 is my scorecard. I have the ability to see exactly what I am doing year to date, and am I pacing toward my goals. So when my manager comes to me, I should not be surprised when my manager says, Kevin, you're not meeting goal, or Kevin, you're exceeding goal, or you're exceeding goal in lubes but not in fuels. That information is going to be available at my fingertips as well in a dashboard format. I don't have any demo data in here, so mine is blank. But you could see earlier with the dashboards I was showing, that same drill down capability is going to be available for your agents also. Now, what's really nice is we've created another dashboard for opportunities. With opportunities, we always like to see what the health of the business is. What do we have coming into the business? What's in our pipeline? How are we doing? So we've created an opportunity dashboard, and I jumped ahead a little quick, but you'll see these dashboards right here. They're all opportunity dashboards, just different by the letter, and it's broken down again by that gross profit, revenue, unit, or you have the record count, gap to goal, those sorts of things. I like to focus on the revenue. Here we have my open opportunities by department. So we can see what is forecasted by department here. Here we have our open opportunities by owner. This is your typical sales pipeline. We've got that pre-configured for you based on sales stage. And we're going to talk about this a little bit later in our webinar so you can see how easy it is to gain access to the data that makes up the pipeline. But again, this information is coming to life in these dashboards because the information is being entered into CRM by our users. And that brings me to a key point. I'm going to be talking about reports in a little bit and being able to understand, is CRM being used by our users? Because if it's not being used, this information is not going to be there. We're going to be able to show you exactly how you're going to be able to understand whether your users are even using CRM. Now, before we move into reports, there's one last dashboard I do want to show. I mentioned earlier about territory management, and there are sales reps that will drive 4 hours to visit one client, and that's it. 8-hour round trip to visit one client, and we don't even get a sale from that. Well, we've developed a territory management dashboard for our users to be able to better pre-plan their visits with their clients. Over here is our legend. Green are our accounts that are customers. Red is prospects. Black is other, like hotel, restaurants, those sorts of things. And then blue are our open leads. And what's beautiful here is you have 3 different options to plot your accounts or leads onto a map. You can go in a view that's created within CRM. So I want to take a look at all my accounts that haven't ordered within 60 days. That's a view that's already been created. You'd be able to do that. Or if you know you're just going to visit a particular account, we've got that set up for a radius of an account. And I want to do a radius of 20 miles, and I'm going to visit Fairview Manufacturing today. Just look that record up. There's Fairview. And when I select Fairview, all I need to do is show on a map. And what's going to happen is it's going to give me a view of my customers. And here's Fairview Manufacturing. Here are my customers in green that are customers, and this is my account that's a prospect. So very quickly, I now know that when I'm traveling down to Fairview Manufacturing, and my appointment's at 3 o'clock this afternoon, I could stop at FL Roberts, visit with Bertera Chrysler, and then meet with Fairview Manufacturing. And when this meeting's done, maybe I want to stop over here at Consolidated Messenger. One other thing I want to point out is right from this view, I can schedule an appointment. So I could call over to Consolidated Messenger, schedule an appointment to meet with them at 4:30 this afternoon simply by clicking from this view. What's really nice also is you have the ability to export this information into Excel, the company name, account number, phone number, address, all of those sorts of things. So that's within a radius of an account. If I know I'm going to a particular city, maybe I want to do some prospecting, and let's say I'm going to travel to Green Bay. All I need to do is type in Green Bay, Wisconsin. And again, I'm going to go within 20 miles of Green Bay and show that on a map. And now I can see within 20 miles my customers, my prospects, and over here, yep, Bob's Place must be a good restaurant that I like to go to every now and again. But now, if I'm leaving from Appleton going up to Green Bay, I now know who I can visit on my way there as well. So a very useful tool to make those that road warrior windshield time even better and more productive, knowing that they can visit other people while they're going to visit one particular client. So, okay, that was the goals, opportunities, territory. Okay, so I wanted to show some reports. I've got 4 reports I want to show you. I want to minimize this here. So the first report I wanted to show is our opportunity close rate. These are pre-built reports within the CRM solution, and this report just gives me the ability to take a look at, in this case, my lost sales, and I've got that set up by stage, in this case presentation, because it's important to me, not so important in that first stage or two, but maybe those last couple stages. I can group this by department. I can further segment this by owner and even add a third group if necessary. But you can see here we've gotten it broken down by department, and I can see the deals that I've won within the department, those that I've lost, what my win rate is, and then my gross profit as well, and volume. If I want to add this by owner, all I need to do is select owner and view report. And thank you very much, CRM and the world of webinars. Perfect. I appreciate you. Let me close out of that. We would have been able to see that in a breakdown by department as well as owner. My apologies there. Here we have our CRM usage report. I talked earlier about our users even getting into CRM and putting data in there, utilizing it. And here you can see these are all my users that I have in my demo environment, and we can see who is actually utilizing CRM. Not only that they're using it, but what are they using? In this case, Steve's opened up some leads, he's closed some leads, he's gotten some opportunities that are open, some that are won, some that are lost. So I now know that he's using the system. Now Kevin, myself, not doing a darn thing in here. Might want to have a conversation with Kevin saying, I know you're selling, but why isn't it in the CRM? If it's not in CRM, did it really happen? So this is a nice report from a manager perspective to be able to understand what is truly happening within CRM and what our sales agents are doing. Here we have our share of wallet and new account goal versus pipeline. So share of wallet, I know we're all familiar with share of wallet. I have this broken down by department as well as by user. And we can see what our new share of wallet account goals are and what's currently available in the pipeline, where we're pacing toward goal. All of this is right there. So when you want to take a look at your share of wallet, you have an understanding of what's currently being worked, what's in that pipeline, what we've closed, and really how are we pacing toward our goal. And again, it's just report 330, share of wallet. And then finally, our salesperson growth report. It's always nice to see how our agents are doing, maybe month over month, quarter over quarter, maybe year over year, and compare that over a given period of time. I just set this up, how were we doing Q1 in comparison to Q2, and I have this set up pulling all departments in. And you can see here we have our 3 agents, and it's just giving us broken down by gross profit and volume, the prior period, how they were doing, and what they were doing during the current period. So it gives us a very good understanding to be able to see what they've been doing versus what they're doing. Some of my marketers will do this Q1 2014 versus Q1 2015. It gives you that flexibility to pull that information as well. So that's dashboards and reports. Chad, I've been doing a little bit of talking. Have there been any questions that have come in through the chat log there?
No, not yet. So obviously you're doing a good job of showing everything, Kevin.
I try. Perfect. So I want to talk about accounts. And really, I'm going to use that Fairview Manufacturing. What's going on with our accounts? And with our account record for Fairview, I'm just going to search for Fairview Manufacturing. And here they are. So with Fairview Manufacturing, this is going to be the account record. This is going to be a lot of information as it relates to my particular customer. It's going to give me information, their physical address, ship tos, if there are any ship tos, their account number. In this case, and this is great, I like to start out with this view. Okay, CRM, thank you. Okay, perfect. So here's my base form for my account information. Here's my account name. Jim Fairview is my primary contact there. Here's their ship to. We have Big Maps native integration, so we know their physical location here. Contact methods. Here we can see that their primary brand is Gulf, but they've been working with Chevron a lot, and Chevron has now become their primary brand there. They've earned their first source marketer label. So they're primarily selling Chevron for us. Bill to, along with their billing information. We can put in a brief description of the company. We also have fuel price notification. One of the challenges I hear from marketers is they do a lot of emailing or faxing, even yet today, faxing out what the new fuel pricing is for the day. We already have that set up within CRM. So in this case, Fairview wants fuel price notification, so they will receive an email indicating what the new price is for super no lead and unleaded, and that automatically goes out. the person responsible for those notifications, they update the new pricing for the day. Once that's updated, anybody who's flagged as yes automatically gets that email when those prices are updated. So you set it in one place, we take care of all the business for you and notification after that. As we scroll down, we can see our billing information. And again, remember I talked about our dashboards and the integration with our back office system. Here we're bringing in invoice information, what their current balance, total, current, and what their past due. From a sales perspective, I love to sell. I love to sell people my product, in this case, my oil and gas CRM product. For you guys, I know you want your folks selling your lubes and whatnot out there, but if our customers are past due, I probably want to have a different conversation with them versus selling to them. I need you to pay your current bill before I can get you any more product. This gives you that information at a moment's notice or a glance. Here we have all of our contacts within Fairview. This is very powerful for a lot of our marketers that have our product, this 12-month rolling product summary. What are they buying from us? And it's, you know, volume, revenue, and gross profit again. But it gives me a quick snapshot of what they're buying. And what's really nice here is we have the ability to export this to Excel, and what we have the ability, once it's in Excel, we can hide some of these columns to share with our customer as well and say, this is what you're buying from me, this is what your volume has been. As we scroll down, any open activities, those to-dos, sales calls, those sorts of things. Sales opportunities. What are we trying to sell and where are we trying to sell? In this case, fuels and lubes. We talked earlier about share of wallet. Here is our current share of wallet that we have with Fairview Manufacturer. Here is what our opportunity is to gain share of wallet from our competitor. As you can see, we can identify not only the department and product segment, but who our competitor is, what our potential gross profit, revenue, and volume is as well. So you're able to capture all of that right here on the account form and understand what our share of wallet opportunity is. I'm a firm believer it's easier to sell to a current customer than it is to find a new one. So with having that share of wallet built right into the CRM solution, it's available for your agents and sales reps to be able to see that information at a glance. And a lot of this information we brought together visually, and here's that dashboard within the account, and you see that same gross profit revenue units, but here we have order history, current versus prior, and we have it even there as a rolling 12 month. And we break it down by product segment for your clients as well. And I mentioned dashboards for share of wallet. Here we have it at the account level for you and your sales agents to have that conversation as well. Broken down by gross profit, revenue, and volume, and by those departments. So again, you have that visual representation. Some people would really gravitate to the visualization of the data as well. So we've got that at the account level for you as well. So, Chad, any questions that come through regarding accounts or anything else at this point?
Nope, you keep going, Kevin.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about opportunities. So, really, the opportunities, that's what we want to get and grow our business. Here's a list of all my open opportunities in my demo environment. And we have some real nice charts here that are available right in this view. And I'm going to switch over to my open opportunities by revenue. And there's our pipeline. Remember, we were looking at that on our dashboard earlier. These are my 32 opportunities represented in the pipeline, represented by estimated revenue per stage. Now, if I'm the owner of the company or even the sales manager, what's really important for me to know is we're about halfway through the month. Actually, we're just over halfway through the month. What are we anticipating closing by the end of the month? Well, instead of going through all of this information, all I need to do is click on that portion of the pipeline. These are my 5 deals that are in the final stage of the pipeline. And over here, we have our estimated close date. Now, again, this is demo data, so it's old dates. But if we were coming up at the end of June, we know what deals should be closing by the end of the month, as well as what the value or estimated revenue of those deals are. So very easy to be able to get to that information right from this sales pipeline. If I remove the filter, we're back to our sales pipeline. What I can do, instead of looking by pipeline, because again, this gives me that drill down capability, maybe I want to take a look by department. And much like Excel, I have the ability to add a filter, and I'm going to look by a specific department. And let's pick lubricants. So here are all my lubricant opportunities. And now it's represented in a pipeline as well. And now I can look at that final stage, 4 opportunities within the lubes department, what the value and estimated revenue is for those opportunities. Key here is it's very simple to slice and dice the data, even when we're looking at a view of information that could be hundreds of opportunities that are currently being worked, simply by utilizing the charts that are available that have been created, or by using filter capabilities and filtering on any of these column headings that have been predefined as well. So very simple to do there. Now, with opportunities, we also have quoting capabilities within CRM. So I'm going to go back to Fairview Manufacturing. Let's take a look at what quotes we have available for Fairview Manufacturing here. I can easily look right here at the account level and select quotes right from my drop-down list here. And this gives me a view of all the quotes that are available that have been, in this case, it's in draft status for Fairview Manufacturing. And I'm going to double click to open that quote up. And this is the information that pulled in from the opportunity. All right, here are all of our products. We added some Ultra Duty grease, some Dello, some Molly, and we got a delivery charge and some BP premium that was thrown on here. Now, I want to produce a customer-facing quote. All I need to do is run the quote report. And because we're providing them Chevron product, it automatically brings in the marketer's logo, and because we're selling Chevron product, brings in Chevron's product logo as well, and then who my customer is, who the selling representative is, along with a list of their products. These quotes stay attached with the account and the opportunity, so they're always there and available to be able to access at any given time, simply by going into that account record. Now, I know my time's getting a little bit short here. We got about 2 minutes left. I wanted to show you real quickly the station management solution. So for any of the marketers out there that are managing C-store locations, whether you own, lease, we have that available for you within the CRM solution under station management. I'm just going to select my Chevron location here. Everything that is related to a station, whether it's canopies, pumps, any retail initiatives, whether it's Burger King, Taco Bell, Subway, car washes, all of that can be captured here right within the station management. Pump toppers, compliance information. Here's your retail strategy. Any of the signage information. You also have other equipment, ATM machines, coffee makers, hot dog rollers, icy makers, whatever the case may be. Here we have our compliance information for leak detection. So anything as it relates to your stations that are either owned or leased can be captured here within CRM, so it's all in one central location available for access for you as well. So Chad, I know I ran a little bit longer than I anticipated. Before I turn things back over to you, did any last minute questions come in?
Nope, good job, Kevin. Appreciate it.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much, everyone. Chad, I'll turn things back over to you.
Yeah, great presentation, a lot of information in a short period of time, so you really crammed in a lot of information. But for anyone that really wants to see more of what CRM for oil and gas can do, The very best way is to ask Kevin for a personal demonstration. His contact details are on the screen. He can really make sure that's customized to fit your needs and address your personal questions and your needs. I want to thank everyone for attending, and remember to watch your inbox this afternoon for our follow-up email containing the link to access this presentation on demand. And before we sign off, I would like to invite you to attend our 2015 CRM conference, October 22nd in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. It's a great opportunity to see not only our full CRM for oil and gas product, Kevin will be there himself as well as our product people, but Microsoft Dynamics CRM, Salesforce, inside sales programs, and a ton more. You can visit ledgeupartners.com/CRM conference for more information. We'd love to see you there. Again, thanks for attending and have a great day.